Hi there, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're gonna do a quick mini timeless collective reading. Just see what messages resonate for you. It is a general reading and hopefully bring you some clarity to whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, change your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes. Always trust that divine inner guidance in you and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition, so that your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with one foundational overall energy from Art of Light Tarot. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What is the foundational energy to help the collective right now? Please and thank you. Ooh, we got the Tower. We got a big one. All right, so something is about to rock in your world. Something is ready to really shift and change. The Tower comes through and it's all about how you handle the Tower, how you adapt to these changes, what you choose to do because of this. Sometimes it's a big divine push that needed to happen for a long time because that Tower was wobbling. Sometimes it's a choice. Usually this is something that does happen really fast. It usually sweeps makes a clean slate. It sweeps something away to create the space needed to build something new, to have something different, to try something again, but in a different way. So this new relationship, this new job, this new thing, whatever it is stronger and better. It's where there's something that was being prepared for you and it's meant to come in. It's wanted to come in, but sometimes you were holding on or somebody else was holding on to something too tight. So sometimes you don't even know that that thing needed to go away until you see how amazeballs the new thing is. The Tower can also be a change in perception. You know, always assuming someone or something was a certain way and it busting open your mind, your heart, your soul, that it's a totally different way than you thought. So this could be where somebody had a certain expectation and it's not that at all. It's usually where there's something better, or if there was something where you find out it is not what you expected and that is not a good thing. Now you know, and you usually can make that choice to exit that partnership, you know, not be around those people, not be in that environment, because you know there's absolutely something better that's more stable for you in any direction but that one. So what does not destroy me makes me stronger. This is where something happens and you are going to get back up stronger than you were because of something you went through. Usually when the Tower happens in the rubble, in the ruckus, it does not feel good. It feels unnatural. You know, it feels like you're the one wobbling. Like, where do you even start to begin to rebuild? How do you even do it? Sometimes it's step by step. Sometimes it's the right information coming in exactly when you need it. Sometimes this forces you to grow. And then you look back and you see how far you've come, or what you accomplished, or what you did on your own. And you feel so proud of yourself for doing it. So that's Major Arcana, number 16. That's a biggie. So let's bounce today. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that tarot deck. But let's just do a little bouncing on different subjects, depending on what each of you are going through. So I'm going to do the sweet love tea. What is a sweet love tea message? Clarity on relationships, friendships, situations, romance for the collective right now. Please and thank you. Love blooms. Okay, for some of you, this Tower might be love falling into your life out of nowhere after a very long dry spell. Or maybe after a rocky situation or a couple bad past relationships, all of a sudden this new love comes in and it's different. It feels fresh, it feels free, it feels young, it feels inviting, it feels like there can be constant growth, like this garden is going to get bigger and bigger. So, I mean, I kind of see this tower as not expecting at all the right person or this big love coming into your life. Maybe for some of you, this tower is you or someone else's walls breaking down and their heart is opening up. A romance blossoms into full-blown feelings. So this is where it's not just dating. It's not just, in the feels, the Google eyes, the butterflies. This is where it is deep in the heart. And it's where something's unfolding. Something's starting to feel more and more beautiful and possible in your life. So that's really beautiful. Let's do one money moves, just to bounce to a message that has to do with career, possibly. Clarity for the collective on the tower and love blooms. Please and thank you. Wow. I feel like for some of you, maybe it is spiritual work, but I feel like this partnership is that kind of partnership. It's deep and it's spiritual and it's different and it's special. That's why this is like a spiritual garden that is blooming, and it's unlike anything you were maybe I hear exposed to in the past. Maybe you meet someone that's just really different, or you're really different for somebody, and yet you're probably vibrationally matched. This feels so peaceful, so grounded. For some of you, maybe this is somebody becoming more spiritual, or you are that spiritual guidance in somebody's life, and that doesn't have to be love. For some of you, that could be all over: coworkers, friends, family members, maybe even strangers. If some of you are starting a channel, this is your message that if your heart, your soul, you feel like you have this calling, true interest, desire, love in anything that has to do with spirituality, healing, elevating people's souls, to connect to source, to God, giving others the right vibrational messages that give them maybe back power that they felt was stripped away by believing that outside sources around them have more power over them than their own connection to source. I feel like this is really powerful. Spiritual work is open your heart. You have like two things where I feel like your heart is opening up and your walls are coming down: to spiritual career and heal the human heart. If you've been through tower moments, and I mean, all of us have, tower moments can be so different depending on what we went through in our own experiences. But these are the moments that give you true clarity on what it's like to go through that and come out of it, grow from it. And if there's someone who's stuck in that rubble over here, and your situation or just understanding, empathy is connecting in a really personal, realistic way to somebody else, that you can help them see how to maybe build from that rubble, or build different away from where it is rubble. I feel like you've given them, I see like spiritual duct tape to help somebody. But sometimes duct tape isn't gonna build that tower. You have to use different tools. But I feel like it's because of whatever you went through. If you went through, think about the things you went through in your life that were really hard. Was it loss of people that you loved? Was it always struggling to have a job? Was it having your heart ripped open and like really feeling heartache? Was it health issues? Was it feeling alone and like you were the adult as a child? Was it, I don't know, I'm just getting like many different scenarios, a different thing. Was it always having people around you that misunderstood you? Was it always being spiritual and that spirituality being shut away because others said that that wasn't real? or that's not something they believed in. Whatever it is, your situations are what brought you divinely the lesson that you have grown from, that are where you're, I'm getting like, they're like your specialty to help others. So it's looking at those situations as a gift of growth and how you can help others. You are a light worker. If you are here and you are watching this channel, you are. That just gave me big, look, can you, I have really light hair. Can you see the hair standing up? Oh my gosh, I just got like an overwhelming feeling of wanting to cry and like a very short reading. You are a light worker. You're meant to heal the world. So get out there. Don't hide yourself away, whatever it is. Start step by step. Follow your joy, and you're going to find the doors of opportunity that are right for you, opening up like magic. And the right people will come into your world like miracles. Pay attention to who hears you, who has the right vibration. And don't worry if somebody can't hear you, if they don't understand. People all have their own spiritual journey. People are ready to learn the lesson when they're ready. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make them drink. But you can learn to splash the water a little bit like I do with Buddy, and he knows that I have water there and he will come over and drink. So maybe it's finding the other way through. Maybe it's not the front door. Maybe it's not the typical people you connect to. But maybe it's the ones who are going to really hear you and really, really get that message, that wisdom, that growth. And they wouldn't have heard it other than anybody but you. Whatever your way is, whatever your style is, whatever your subject is. It might not even be talking about spiritual things. It might just be your example, your energy. You just being present is healing. Wow. This is, I intended to have like a 10-minute reading, and I did not expect it to be so powerful. So I said we'd go back to the art of life. Let's do that. Let's go back and just do a little full circle. One more message for the collective. Please and thank you. What is one more message to help the collective right now? Whoever is watching this. And remember, I kind of find when there are smaller groups that watch readings, the messages are more specific to who's watching this, because I am connecting to the vibrational frequency of who felt like this was for them, who stayed here till now to watch it. So the messages I'm getting are connecting to something helpful in you. And sometimes it makes sense later. Sometimes it brings sense to what's already happened. And sometimes it's right in tune with what's going on. I know this is a side message, but if any of you have cards or anything like that, and you watch a reading, it doesn't have to be my reading, but anybody's, maybe pull cards as somebody else is doing it and see if you pull the same card. That happens to me a lot. I'll just be pulling cards and reading is on in the background, and I pull the card that the person's talking about. And sometimes if it's not the same card, your card is the clarity card to what you're hearing. So I do feel like maybe some of you would benefit from that. If that's, something you're interested in and you have. One more message, please and thank you. 7 of Swords. So this is where you might have to take a graceful exit, take what you need and leave. Not a long goodbye. Take yourself out of any energies where it wasn't a vibrational frequency match at all. Sometimes the 7 of Swords is where somebody is wearing a mask, telling lies, white lies. You're always filling in the blanks. Someone trying to slip under the radar of something and not get caught. But sometimes it's that you need to just exit without making it a big deal. The Seven of Swords is a weird energy, but if this message needed to come through, this is also a beautiful version of it. This is having true inner awareness and discernment, gut feelings to preventing you from getting into weird situations, red flags if it's not this spiritual, beautiful love of a blossoming garden. Also discernment to where someone has their walls up and they won't be receptive, and also discernment to know when things are right. It's one must have chaos. I think that this message actually came through because of this specific card, because these are very different messages from the typical tarot. And whatever I said before, one must have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. Friedrich Nietzsche. To experience that chaos, that rubble, that ruckus, things being stripped away out of your life, having to start all over again, taking a chance, letting your heart love and be loved. I just thought of Nature Boy. What a beautiful song. Is how you grow. That's how you find your star. That's how you find your gift. That experience is also helping you help others. Sometimes you are given gifts where it is very hard to figure out, even if you are gifted, what is going on in your own life. And yet you can have the wisdom and the guidance to help everyone else. So maybe for some of you, this is the right person. No matter how spiritual you are, you don't have to do it alone. Maybe this is the right guidance coming from God into your life to help you when you feel a little lost. So beautiful. Let's do one more. And then I definitely have to go. Let's just do a raise your vibration. One more message, please, and thank you. Yeah, take the weight of the world off your shoulders, because you're meant to heal it. You're meant to be at the top of that mountain with a spiritual viewpoint. You are meant to shine like a star. It's all about how you perceive something, what you do because of it, where you take your energy. If there's anything that felt like a weight of the world, like the 10 of rods, you have to change how you do something. To do it the same way creates no change, but I feel like this change is inner. It starts there. And if there were any situations over here that just felt always so heavy and burdensome, it's up to you to close those doors. It's up to you to leave those situations. It's up to you to take yourself to where you feel like your heart is open and where you are spiritually guided towards whom is spiritually guided towards you. And with this, I bid you adieu. I hope this reading was helpful. I love you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.